Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Inner Blueprint, the podcast all about learning, because we don't always do it naturally, to think better thoughts outside of our program pattern thoughts so we can create better results in our life. That's what this is all about. I am your co-host here, Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor, hoping we disrupt your thoughts today. Here with the beautiful, talented, radiant, amazing
Caitlin Foyer.
You want to disrupt some thoughts?
I want to disrupt all the thoughts.
Well, what is it? Is it a new day?
Today, I've never lived this day before.
It's a brand new day.
Yeah.
Is it a new year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
2026.
Hold on. Wait, what?
I don't know. That sounds...
How is it 2000? You youngies listening are saying, well, it's just 2026. But when you get a few years under you, holy cow. I remember when Y2K was a thing.
Oh, I remember that. It was like Nostradamus, right? My dad was like, the world is ending.
Oh, my doomsday father was...
Yes.
Him and my mom slept at our house because they didn't think there was going to be anything to wake up to.
Oh, my
Literally.
goodness. Well, it's
what?
funny. I mean, I'm a child. You know, I was born in the mid-'80s, late 80s. And I remember thinking 2020 was crazy,
So
right?
far
And now
off in-
2026, that was like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
We should have flying cars.
I mean, we have cyber trucks, but they don't really look like they should fly.
When I drive. No.
No, but let's talk about it. It is, and I have my meditation, a brand new day, which brings the energy forged out of creation.
Yeah.
A brand new day.
And that's great. If you haven't watched that, listeners, on YouTube, look, Sean Foyer, A New Day. If you just type in A New Day, it's going to bring in like a lot of Celine Dion song. But
It's not bad.
Sean Foyer, A New Day that's the meditation you should be listening to every single day starting
In January.
In January, starting now.
Because the energy of a new day builds on Brother David's A Grateful Day. That what if it was a brand new day, like a gift? It had been wrapped up and waiting for you.
And it was.
Forged from fire. And that's what the energy we want to bring to this episode, because it is a new year. 2025, rearview mirror. If it was the best year ever, congratulations, it's over. Let's go. If it was a challenging year, like it was for a lot of people, okay, it was challenging. Guess what? It's over. It's a new year. It's a brand new year. And what do you want, Miss Caitlin? What do you want this year?
Well, I think that's so interesting. I want to hit on that real fast before we hop into that.
No, I just want to go about what we want.
I know.
I'm so excited.
But this is so great. I'm so excited too. But if you'll hit on the metaphor of in a vehicle, your rearview mirror is small.
Yes.
But your windshield is
wide open.
huge and easy to get rock chips in sometimes.
Yes.
Right?
No, but if you think about it, when you're driving the vehicle, how often do you check your mirrors? Occasionally for safety.
Yes, for safety.
But you don't drive around looking in the rearview mirror, because what would happen?
I
You would hit something, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And so many of us...
You'd crash out.
So many of us are walking through life backwards with the story from last year or 10 years ago or 20 years. It's in the past.
And people don't realize that that's actually an energy sucker. You actually...
It sucks, that's for sure.
It does, but people that get caught in the reminiscing, they don't live a new year. They live the same year over and over
again.
for their whole lives. But it's true, when we're driving a vehicle, this should be the perfect analogy for what a new year is for you too. Anything that happened 5 minutes ago, that's in your rear view mirror now.
Next.
You have to look out the windshield. You have to look forward constantly. You can't be, even if you're a very sentimental person.
I'm so sentimental.
Sean is so sentimental. And our good friend Jared, I think he's even more than you. You guys love
But I
to do
check
that.
the mirror with gratitude,
Yes.
with presence. Even if there's a challenge back there, I don't look back and get into the challenge again. I just thank God that's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I learned from it.
Yes.
And what's in the windshield? What is ahead? And you guys, we have 12 months. 12 months ahead of us.
That's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. And anyone thinking about 2025 for a second, remember how fast it went by? Remember how fast you're like, holy shit, it's September. Holy shit, it's Thanksgiving. Yeah, the years, and the older you get, it's relativity, the faster they go by. So let's set some intentions right now in January of 2026. What do you want for this year? When we're recording our final episode and you're getting ready for another New Year's. I already know what we're going to be doing. What is it going to be like 12 months from now? What is possible in your health and wellness? What is possible in your beautiful relationships? And what's possible in your bank account this year? Let's raise the bar. Let's raise our set points and think bigger than ever.
Well, and that's what I want to hit on, because a lot of people get to, the end of the year and they think, okay, time for New Year's resolutions. I want to get back to the weight I was in this, or I want to get back to, or a lot of people live in that past. Still, you're still looking in the rearview mirror to create something new, but you're not creating it new. You're just recreating things.
And I think we live in a time, and I don't know, but just in my world, I think people got so discouraged at the lack of effectiveness of New Year's resolutions. I don't hear people really talking about them that much anymore.
It's not. It used to be a huge thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah.
But every single year.
And maybe that's just our circle too, because we're not. I mean, the people we work with, the people we surround ourselves with.
We set New Year's resolutions every day.
Yes.
Every single day.
New day resolutions.
I'm getting into my mindset of what's possible today. What's possible today.
And not getting back to something.
No.
That's the biggest part. Is so many people when you're making this, don't think I want to get back to this weight. I want to get back to this level. I want to get back to this amount of money. I want to get back to when I believed in myself.
Yeah.
Why are you wanting to get back to something?
Or I mean, why? Let's talk about why don't New Year's resolutions work?
Because you don't believe them?
Or you don't believe, or you don't change anything to go with them. Like you literally say, and even if it's not back to shape, you want to get in the best shape of your life. And in order to do that, I'm going to drink a bunch of water, work out 5 times a week, eat better. You stack like 5 things that you haven't been doing that are going to be different. And your mind is programmed, 95% of you, to do things the same. And so you literally, most people set them up for failure when they set New Year's resolutions because they don't do the work behind it.
They'll say like, oh, I'm not going to drink the entire month of January. So what do? They wait until February 1st. They can't wait until February 1st to have a drink of alcohol again.
It's not sustainable.
It's even like 75 hard when we did it. We do talk about that very often. But what did we do the second it turned midnight on that 75th day, that last day?
We had a snack.
I was like, I want sugar.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy, but we do that. And that's why, the gyms are full.
In January. Halfway through February.
I'm going to work out every day. And they think, okay, I did it for January. Okay, and then life happens, right? You don't change the true programming that comes with it because you don't set your set points high enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to do this other than to talk about inner blueprint, but that's the reason we don't set New Year's resolutions. We have big goals all the time.
All the time.
We set new goals, but every single day, if it's January 1st or July 15th or later in the year, every single day we are spending 30 minutes a day on our mindset, on our goals, on our growth. It's 15 minutes of good mindset material every single day. It's 5 minutes of a goal statement every single day. It's 5 minutes of affirmation every single day. And then we wrap that up in 5 minutes of gratitude every single day.
It's why we created the inner blueprint. So actually, we should just talk about the inner blueprint and why we created it. Right? I mean, because that's really how you make a change. It's not big, grandiose things. It's 30 minutes a day. It's understanding.
Yeah, and why did we create it? That's a great question, because I created Inner Blueprint because I spent most of my life struggling to implement, struggling to organize,
Stick to.
and I had all these systems, budgeting, business planning, sales process. You have all these systems, but there's not a system out there for how to grow your mind. And, for me, the tool I had was the book Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
And I tried to make a system out of it for years, but there's a lot in that book.
A lot.
I mean, you remember I showed you my notes. I literally had definite of purpose and like all the things to pull in. But looking at my notes on my phone, I was like, okay, how do I implement this on the daily? And it was with experience, with the material, with continual study of that book and with your help and your cheerleading and your belief and your physical work in it, we created this program that is now trademarked. It's now a proven process for success, and it's a system on how to train your mind. 12 powerful modules, taking a big idea from something you have no idea how you'll do into a new belief that you then will get to experience in the world. And then out of those 12 modules, we give you the guidelines for 30 minutes a day. Very simple. 30 minutes, you have 1,400 something minutes in a day. We're asking you to give yourself 2% of the day.
2%.
2% to program your mind for success. And what does that mean? It means getting out of your programmed, patterned thinking and behavior into some new ones so you can bring those in to the rest of your day. And not just once, not just twice, not in January as you kick off this year, but because so many, I mean, I've had experience in business planning as a contractor and as a coach. You put together the best plan, and then most people don't look at that plan very often. You know, when we work with, and we do work with some people on planning, we are checking in on it every single month. And in between, we're asking them to check on their numbers every single day. It's what we do with the mind. I am working on my mind every single day for a minimum. And because I'm a coach, I do much more than 30 minutes, but at least 30 minutes every single day.
Well, and it's interesting too, because you go to that plan and people get to the end of the year or beginning of the year and they're coming up with their plan for the year, their 3-year plan, their 10-year plan. And it's so funny because I've gotten away from that. You know, how many times we have this 10-year plan and I'm like, why am I saying that's a 10-year plan? Why can't that happen this year? I'm not in charge, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm in charge of me and my mindset. And if my mindset is limited to this is going to happen in 10 years, I'm holding myself back.
Yeah.
Or this is going to happen in 3 years, I'm holding myself back. Like it
work,
starts with
work
today.
takes the space and the time that's allotted to it. And that's why even in our goal setting, we don't set a lot of dates.
Nope.
And that goes against conventional goal setting.
Very much so.
But I've flown past goals way faster than I thought possible.
Way faster.
And sometimes they take longer. And you think about that. If you set a date and you could do it faster, you won't. And if it's going to take longer, you're going to get discouraged and not finish it. I mean, you literally set yourself up for failure when you use dates. I mean, there's some things you need dates when other people are involved in for like logistical reasons.
Yeah.
But for true growth and true achievement,
Get rid of the dates.
forget about the how, which includes the time frame.
Yep.
Forget about the why. And literally, I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record. What do you want? Not what do you think you can have, but what do you want?
What should you want?
What's possible if time and money didn't exist right now? And you're saying 2026 is going to be the best year of my life. I want to live, no matter what happens around me, outside of me, from the inside out, I want to create the best year possible.
And that doesn't, you don't wait until December to make
No,
that
it
the
starts
best year.
today as you're listening to this.
It's a daily plan. There's 365 plans is what that is.
And to build the best life, like for Caitlin, for you and I to have the best 2026 we've ever had, what does that, why did you hesitate with that?
I say that we've never lived the 2026 yet, but for us to have the best year we've ever had, right?
Yeah.
For us to have the best year, it starts with the best day. Today we have to have the best day we've ever had, followed by tomorrow having the best day we ever had, followed by the next day having the best day we ever had.
But to do that and have the best year we've ever had, what has to be the best?
My mindset.
And you.
Yeah.
This is about the year of you. This is building out the best version of you one day at a time. And if you do that 365 days this year, starting with the focus every day on best version of you, you will have the best year of your life.
Yeah, and it's not a selfish thing. So many people think if I focus on me, that's selfish. It's programmed into you. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. But I use this analogy often. It's something I think about daily is I have to pour into me to be able to pour into others. You know, a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, this year got away from me or this month got away from me because you're pouring into the people in your life. When you're a parent, it is impossible not to just think I need to pour into my kids. When you're in a marriage, it's impossible sometimes for me not just be like, I'm pouring into Sean so much. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's fake though, because I'm not pouring into me.
But Caitlin, you've been pouring into yourself a lot. The last couple of years, have you poured into the people you love and care about? Even
more than ever so. And so this analogy I use is that of the champagne tower. And when we're building a champagne tower, those glasses, we stack, right? You don't fill that champagne tower by filling your cup and then emptying it into the other ones, right? One at a time. Or you don't start at the bottom and start filling up each cup. You can.
How long does that take?
A lot longer than if you just, and it's a lot less cool, right? When you just pour into that top.
What if there's none left when you get to the top?
Right? But it's really so amazing that when you pour into yours, when you are the top glass on your champagne tower, you effortlessly fill every glass below you. It just happens. I didn't make it up. I'm just saying I watch it and just go, that's how the world works. That's how life works. That's how it should be.
Well, and we can share this with you listeners with absolute knowing and belief. Because Caitlin and I have been practicing what we're sharing with you in this episode together as a couple for the past 5 years. And the first couple of years, it took a little bit of time, and I'm not going to speak for you, but for me, 2023, best year of my life. 2024, followed it up with another even better year of my life. Last year, 2025, again, 3 years in a row, each time. How does it get better? I don't know. It just does. And we're sharing with you what we're going to be practicing every single day because 2026, as good as it's been, Kate, this is the best year. And it's going to start with the best version of me and the best version of you.
Absolutely. It's really, really wild to think of. And it's our set points just keep getting set higher and higher because instead of reminiscing or going back and thinking, oh, it's okay, we already did this or we already did that. It's like, no, show me how much better it gets. Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm constantly, I've got to that point now where on top of how does it get better, which is something we ask each other, we ask ourselves a million times a day, it feels like.
And the only answer is
It just does. But I love to say, because I'm an excited person, is I can't wait to see. And so I usually say, how does it get better? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see. Show me how much better it gets. Show me how much better it gets. And it does. It just gets better when we, look back on 2025, things that were once just dreams that I had and then communicated to you. And we talked about, that amazing couples retreat in Croatia. I'd wanted to throw a couples retreat for years, and it happened, and it was effortless. It was
it's
amazing.
happening again this year.
And it's happening again this year.
And there's a possibility of something bigger and better coming down the pipeline.
And
What?
It is already, and I know that, and it's so crazy, and that's how goal setting works too. Really, how you set goals is interesting, but really what it's about is the person you become as you complete those goals, because you give yourself confidence of, I did this, now what else can I do?
Yeah.
Now what else can I do, right? It's a confidence builder.
Well, we are always trying to simplify. That's why we broke it down to 30 minutes a day. But I'm going to share, and I've been doing a lot of this lately, but if you want to try something for 30 days, it's really easy. Every day, wake up and say to yourself, how does it get better? And then answer it, I don't know, it just does. And then follow it up with, every day in every way, it's getting better and better.
Yep.
And I've been playing with this. How does my money get better? I don't know, it just does. Every day in every way, my money gets better. How does my health and wellness get even better? I don't know, it just does. Every day in every way, my health and wellness gets better and better. There was a French pharmacist that came up with the saying, every day in every way, I am getting better and better.
Yep.
And he would give that to patients that would receive a prescription from him, and they would get better faster than patients that weren't saying that statement. So
he would give them the medication for the same all the time, and the patients he wouldn't say something to, they'd come back and they would have side effects, or they would say it didn't work and things like that. But the patients, he said, this is going to make you better in every day in every way. It's going to make you better.
And again, what you think about comes about.
It's so
This isn't
wild.
new age. This isn't woo. This is practical. And I heard it for years. I kind of believed in it. But again, this is going to be Caitlin and I's best year. One, because we're going to work on ourselves, but we're going to share this information with you as listeners more powerfully, more impactful than you've ever heard, with more belief, because I do believe 100% that every day, in every way, it's getting better and better. And that's only possible if I believe that.
Yeah, and it's so true. You said what you think about comes about. What you believe really does come true. And so many people set intentions or goals and they think, oh, there's no way that's going to work. And guess what? It doesn't work.
Well, because instead of thinking any more about that, what do they think about? They worry about all the things that could go wrong. They worry, they stress, they go to the negative. And again, I used to do that. It was part of my program. If you're listening and you do that, it's part of your program. We are born in perfection, and then life programs into us scarcity, fear, lack of self-love, not enoughness, all the things that we all are challenged by. And even Kayla and I know for both of us, we're working on more enoughness still with ourselves, right?
Oh, it's so crazy. It's, we teach this, we live this every day. I coach people through it nonstop. I every day I'm sending a text or I'm getting on a call with someone, and it's just reinforcing that they are enough, and it shows up in me still.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, sometimes you look in the mirror, and you start to doubt again.
Every day it shows up, and some of those paradigms just run really, really deep, right? But the 30 minutes a day, that's what gets rid, and then we add on to that. Like breath work is a non-negotiable for me. It gets me out of fight or flight. I'm strongly conditioned to be in fight or flight. Most women are. It's just how we're programmed. But breath work brings me presence. It brings me right here, right now, where I'm like, okay, now what? Right?
Right.
And it's just one of those things. In the morning, I start my day with gratitude. I could start my day I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb, right? Because when I wake up, I've got emails and text messages and all sorts of fires that you put out. I don't even dive into that until I've gone into gratitude. I'm so grateful for the work I do. I'm actually so grateful that I wake up to those messages. I don't know what I would do if I woke up and my phone had not a single text or email to respond to. I know it stresses me out at times, but I'm so grateful for it.
Yes.
And just bringing gratitude to.
Well, and again, why do we as coaches of this have to practice. And Caitlin's right. The paradigms do run deep for us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were told you weren't enough and believed it for a long time, that neural pathway is still there. But it's not just that. It's like the world that we live in today. You're getting bombarded every day with toxic negativity, on body image, on what success looks like, on how other people are winning and you're not. And if you don't do something intentional on your inside to say, hey, this world, and even at work, you finish the project and you're expecting some accolades, and instead you get given the next project, or you're a sales rep and you hit the goal, and now the goal is even bigger goal. Don't internalize that. It just is, but you have to tell yourself that you're enough. You have to do the reinforcing, the believing from the inside out.
Well, and every time we up level, those wounds show up and go, wait a minute, I already did all these things. Why don't I feel better? I feel better, but why is this coming back up? Yeah. And it's like, because I'm stepping into another version of myself, a higher version of myself that is tested.
And again, it's just like if I go to the gym and I put more weight, it's going to get hard.
It gets harder.
Yeah. And then I get stronger. And when you get some good success and then you want more, get ready to lift again, right? Because it's going to get hard for a minute, but it's just the resistance that comes to prove how bad you want it if you're willing to do the work. And again, it's not as hard as you think. I mean, when you do the mindset work,
it's simple.
It's easy.
It's simple.
I would say my friend Maddie B always says too easy.
Yeah,
too easy.
Too easy.
But with the right mindset, it kind of is too easy. It's just a matter of you being willing, and this can be hard if you let it, to give yourself 30 minutes a day.
Because you have to pour into you. This year has to be the year of you. It does. And the better I am, the better my relationship with Sean is, the better wife I am, the better coach I am, the better mom I am, the better friend I am, the better everything I am is when I'm being my best self. And that my best self isn't based off of what I do for others.
No, it's who you are.
It's who I am. Yeah.
And when Caitlin loves herself, trusts herself, really embodies who she is as a powerful woman, then she shows up more powerfully for all the other people. And I know for me, and we both have times, I mean, I get into doubt, she gets into doubt, and our results start to waver a little bit. I mean, I'm glad we have each other in this work, because, I step up when I can feel you questioning, or if you're, not loving something that's going on.
Yep.
And you do the same for me. And that is, one thing is you do need accountability buddy. If you're blessed to have a partner to hold you accountable.
That's your strongest partnership.
Yeah.
It is.
And even when you don't have, you can create some accountability with yourself, but in the groups that we create, we always give accountability buddies, because it's so nice to have another human being to help you in this journey, honestly.
Yeah, to check in with, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself accountable, to excite you for all of it, right? And I think it's so interesting, because I think a lot of people too get to this point of the year and they go, oh my gosh, how do I want this year to be better, but where do I start, right? And you can start by making a list, but one really powerful tool that I think just helps curate imagination is our life script letter.
Yeah.
I mean, that, if you're really struggling with what do I want, or what, I'm good. I don't need more, right? This life script letter is where we can activate our superpower of imagination. There's no other species on this planet that has an imagination. It is humans. We have it. And it's programmed out of us.
It's the power of creation. It's the power of creation.
Yeah, and it's programmed out of us. And so when we can activate that again, we can activate our imagination. A great tool to do that is our life script letter. So if you'll explain about that, because it's amazing.
Yeah, and again, for me, if you're doing really good, I hope this exercise is easier, because I started this process, it's over a decade now. That's 2026. It was like 2014-ish. And we talk about in our blueprint, we have everybody focus on the power trifecta: better finances, better health and wellness, and better relationships. And for myself at the time, my money was a mess, my health and wellness was a wreck, and so were my personal relationships. And rather than blaming the outside world around me, I went inside and got intentional. And I said, you know what? If it's going to be, it's up to me. And I'm going to write myself a script. And you can call it a movie script, a life script, but it's literally, if you could write the story of you, and you're the director, the producer, and the main character, what would that life be? And we give you some direction on this. I want you to listen, because I'm going to give you, for free, this is something our paid clients get as part of the program, but this is what a life script entails. You start with an intro of just gratitude. And my life was a mess. My opening phrase in my life script letter was, "My dear Heavenly Father, I am so thankful for this beautiful life that's been given to me. I literally started with gratitude for something that at the time I didn't have.
Going through
And
it,
I
man.
sometimes call my original a bullshit. It was my bullshit letter because it wasn't true. It doesn't have to be true. You get to create. So then you go and you, paragraph by paragraph, you talk about number one, your mind. What is your best mindset? Well, positive, no stress, no anxiety, just peace. Just what does it look like for you? Your health and wellness. What does your happy, healthy body not only look like, but feel like? What are your relationships like? And I wrote mine at a time when my relationships were challenged and I couldn't go specific there. So I went general and I just wrote what it felt like to have the love and support I've always wanted, to love myself the way I always should have. Right. And then I went to talk about my beautiful work. And it's so crazy because that was 12 years ago now. And when I wrote it, it was complete BS. And after I wrote my movie, my perfect script, everything in that is true today. My mind is better than it's ever been. My health and wellness, better than it's ever been. My relationships, better than they've ever been. My work, I wrote about the work I do today before I even knew what this work was. I mean, literally, our work we created. Like, there's nobody in home improvement doing what we do with a program like Inner Blueprint.
I mean, in any industry.
In any industry, but specifically, I wrote it down as a dream first. Like, I would love to do this. I would love to spend my days with people I call friends. I literally say love you to almost every client I work with because I've got such a good relationship. And the last part for me is the funnest part of the life script is if you had your perfect mindset, if you had your best health and wellness ever, if you had your best relationships with yourself and other people, and you were doing your best version of your work, what would that mean for your life? And in my original letter, it talks about the beautiful home that we now live in, the place to be. And I wrote about my kids, and it's so crazy because my kids are all adults. And even though I've invited them to this new house, they don't get to spend time there like my beautiful bonus daughters. Like, forget about the how. When I wrote the letter, I didn't know how, but God gave me Caitlin and these beautiful daughters that get to literally experience the word. Our basement is the place to be with the home theater. There's always something to do.
Game room, gym,
Yeah.
all the things.
The vehicles I drive, they're described in there. And I didn't go specifics. I just knew I wanted nice vehicles, right? I talk about luxury of leather and premium sound. And every vehicle we now own today has both those things.
Yeah.
And so have fun with it. I mean, I just described a process that I did when I didn't believe, when I didn't know it was possible, but I knew what was inside of me, and I got it onto a piece of paper. And I was the writer of that. I then became the director of it, and I am now the main character. And it's not selfish because as I'm the main character, guess who gets to benefit? Caitlin, my children, my clients, my friends, my loved ones. They all get a better version of me because I wrote myself a story that once wasn't true, and now it's absolutely true.
Well, I want to hit on something too, because you said, if you're struggling right now, like you wrote yours when you were struggling, that first one. Mine was hard for me because
You struggled to write it.
I struggled to write it. And one of the real beliefs I had was I'm living my dream life right now. What does look better? Like, what else do I want? Like, who am I to want for more? I'm literally living my dream life every single day. And so it was like, I need to start dreaming bigger. I need things like that. And, when I wrote mine in 2024, on there, I put something that we'd been at that point, we'd been to the Caribbean one time ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled other places. The Caribbean one time, went for a honeymoon. And I wrote it right after we got home. And I said, Sean and I spend, months at a time cruising around the Caribbean, flying private. Things are taken care of so we can just enjoy time being, creating, and resetting. And within 2 weeks, I think it was 11 days, we got this invite to fly private onto a private yacht all around the Caribbean. And we spent that time.
And because of the work we'd done with this client,
yeah, it was from a client.
Gifted to us. We didn't even, like, Caitlin wrote a letter thinking that it would take us some time to get the finances to support that dream. And guess what? It got thrown in our lap.
Yeah, from not just clients, but friends, good friends. The whole family is friends with us now. And it's like, wow, like it's so much better than I even wrote.
And then I want to build on that because then the next year, we got to throw our first luxury retreat on a yacht in Croatia. And we got to invite these same clients and, as you say, pay it forward, pay it back. Like, literally a full circle moment as I'm sitting on a boat that literally says, what's the Pomalo?
Pomalo.
All over it, which means enjoy the ride in Croatia. I'm like, oh my God, this universe we live in is so wild. Like, I love that I get to tell and we get to tell these stories of how we used what we're sharing and then how it worked. How cool is that? Like, we're not giving you a hope. Hey, I heard from somebody that this might work if you try it. No, we are giving you the blueprint
Firsthand experience.
that Caitlin and I have used after years of struggle.
Years.
Like, Caitlin and I both grew up under not the best circumstances. We had people we love and care about leave us, not show up. We both went through challenging first relationships.
We rushed into adulthood and
we've had
yeah.
it all. And we had a lot of paradigms. Our mindset wasn't always the best. And we've used the tools. And the tool that kicked it all off for me, which I then was able to introduce, was the life script letter. So
Yeah.
if you've ever heard of this, if this is calling to you right now, when you're done listening to this episode, get to work. And again, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Write one sentence for each paragraph. Like, literally one bite at a time. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
Yeah, just one.
Simple.
And this is, we're going to make this even easier. If you DM us, if you comment on this, on this podcast, on this video, on whatever, you do that, we'll send you the template. We've created.
Wait, we only usually give that to our paid clients. We're going to do it for free?
We're doing it for free.
Okay, we just gave the outline for free.
Gave you all that for free, but I will give you a template. You drop a comment, you shoot me a message, you shoot me a text. You have my number, that's great. Shoot us an email on our website, SeanFoyer.com.
Yeah, we have a PDF that outlines step by step what I just explained.
I made it beautiful, so it's fun to do.
It is pretty.
It is, and so it's one of those things where we just want you to start dreaming bigger. What's possible for you is what's possible for you, not what you have been told you should want, what you think you should have, what any of that. Like,
if you can dream it, you can live it. So dream right now. Like this month as you're kicking off January, and it might take you the whole month. Give yourself grace. You don't have to have this tomorrow. But on the month of January, be intentional in your finances. What is the best year? And think of your income. And I always tell people, don't 10X. 10X is cool, but 2X it. Like, literally think of the most you've ever made. And even not for yourself, maybe it's your family. If there's two of you working in the house, think about doubling your income this year. Forget about how and just write it down. Think about your health and wellness. What does it look like? If you need to lose some weight, if you need to get some more energy, whatever it is. If you've been meaning to go to a physical therapist, if you need to start going to a chiropractor, you need to start, whatever it is, think bigger than is possible. And in your relationships, if you've got good ones, think of what does better look like. If you've got challenging ones. And again, you don't have to know how this is possible. You just get to set not just the intention, but the goal of this is what I want in these three areas. And if you want to, write it into this first life script, it took me almost a decade to fully accomplish it. 5 years, I was looking for Bob Proctor, my mentor, who really helped me supercharge it. But using Inner Blueprint, I know I could have done it all in half the time if I'd had the tools. So, last year, after everything on my list, except for the University of Utah winning a national championship, which is still in process, and our place in Maui, everything else on that letter has come true. So I wrote a new one. After Caitlin wrote hers and I saw how well it worked for her and really good, I thought, well, I wrote mine when I was struggling. If I write one now that I'm doing good with gratitude for what I have, and I can't wait. And I didn't put a time frame other than I imagined I was about 60 years old and I set the bar higher. My mind even better than it is. Aging in reverse basically is what I wrote into it, right?
And you are.
The work that we're doing, going global with Inner Blueprint, impacting more people. I say every day, helping hundreds of millions of people worldwide remove self-limiting beliefs, the chains that hold us all back so more people may live their lives in their version of freedom, abundance, fun, and love. And I don't know how it's possible to go from the circle of influence we have now to that. I don't know how.
But you know it is.
But I know it is. And in my mind, it's already done. We're literally, as we're recording this and giving you guys some good energy right now, this is just another step along the way and taking it around. I don't know about you, Caitlin, but I am enjoying this ride.
Absolutely. And it really is amazing because my dreams are my dreams. Your dreams are your dreams. Our dreams are very much in alignment.
Yes,
right?
We've created a lot of synergy with our
A lot of synergy.
Goals.
You've got certain dreams that I don't share. I've got certain dreams that you don't share. You listening right now, you have a dream that is completely different from Shauna's eyes, but it was planted in you for a reason. If not, you wouldn't have it. We have clients that want a castle. We have clients that want to be professional musicians. I've never thought of either of those things, but I know that they'll achieve it because that's their dream.
And just remember, if you come up with a big idea, be careful who you share it with because you might share it and you might hear that's impossible. And I just want you to remember, if you do, that just means it's impossible for them. The stuff and the experiences and the love and the joy and the gratitude that Caitlin and I have created together, any logical-minded person would have told me that it wasn't possible to create what we've created.
Oh, people tell
and
me
the
I'm
amount of
crazy
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I love your crazy.
Yes.
And together, our crazy creates some pretty beautiful experiences. I mean, this podcast, literally, it's our third run at podcasting, but every step of the way,
Just
I
gets
didn't know
better and
how. And a beautiful person was introduced to me that knew better than I. I want to give thanks to Diego, our producer here at Bad Bet Productions. Like, I get emotional because I'm so grateful that I get to just show up and be me. I don't have to worry about editing. I don't have to worry about getting all these mics and cameras and lighting so that we put on a good professional podcast to represent how good our material is. It is done for us. And that's the beautiful thing. When you write it down, when you get intentional, everything that you want is waiting for you. And the only thing holding it from coming to you is you. And that's a hard pill to swallow. But when you finally swallow it and then get intentional and then do some of the things we're talking about, get ready to be amazed, surprised at how beautiful the process is and how much of it comes to you quicker than you ever dreamed possible.
Way quicker. It's crazy because so many people think that to hit these goals or to live your dream life, it takes time. It doesn't. It takes alignment.
Yes.
And by doing something as simple as our 30-minute routine we teach, you get into alignment faster than you can imagine.
It's crazy.
Even going back to your life script letter you wrote just, in 2024, things have already come true, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I even think, you said back to your one in 2014, you're like, other than the Utes winning that national championship, if we talked about it, they technically won.
Well, it's funny because they went undefeated and beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl in 2008. And I wrote my letter in 2014. And I didn't research it before this episode, but if you Google, because they were undefeated and where they were in the rankings, and I don't know who the authority is, wasn't the official, but they got an unofficial national championship. So that part actually did come true.
And our place in Maui. Do we own a place in Maui?
No,
As
but
of today, we don't. But do we have a place that we go to in Maui?
We just got back.
Exactly.
Yes. And we will own one of them right now. Right now, we can afford to rent the place for 10 days over the holidays. We've just completed it for the second time. Maybe next year is the year that we go back to the place that we own and then we rent out. I don't care how it happens. I just know it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
And until it does, we've created the space that we do. So actually, yes. Correction.
Thank you.
We do have our place in Maui.
We have our place in Maui.
We have it all.
And it literally in your letter, it says our place in Maui. You didn't say the place that we own in Maui.
And I've
It's not in your
described
letter.
to the point that when I do the morning walks with you and the girls,
Yeah.
and I'm sipping my coffee, it was in my letter. When I give gratitude as I watch the sunset. I mean, that's the other piece. We've talked about it a lot. But right now, after you decide what you want and after you get excited, then come back and give thanks for everything you already have. And even if you don't feel like you have a lot, whatever it is, if there's not enough in your bank account, give thanks for what's there. If there's not enough people around you, give thanks for you. If you're not feeling your best, give thanks for the part of you that do feel. Like literally gratitude. In our 30-minute-a-day ritual,
So I start with.
I finish with it. She starts with it. But it's the most important part of mine. Is it the most important part of you?
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, if I ever skipped it, but I don't, but I would skip everything but the gratitude and presence for what is as you're giving thanks for what's coming. That's a true superpower to me. Gratitude is the superpower.
That's how New Year's resolutions work, right? That's how those intentions work, is because when you are intending for something greater
Yes.
from a space of absolute gratitude for everything that you have, everything that led up to this moment,
Yeah.
that's how it comes to fruition.
Well, it's funny because as we were getting ready to record this, I was thinking, okay, well, and you and I usually pick a word, right? And I started this process before I met you with, first my word was abundance because I was in scarcity, got it, freedom. Then I was fun, and then I added love and I attracted you. So so this year, and I'm thinking of the trifecta, better finances, better health and wellness. Caitlin, I'm so grateful for everything we have right now. But this year, my only intention is more.
More.
I just want more of what I already have. And I'm going to give thanks for it all every single day and watch it grow, because that's what happens with gratitude. It feeds your heart with such a good feeling because you're so grateful for everything that you already have that you're absolutely going to get more.
Yeah, more is just that vibration of abundance.
Yeah. Well, and again, I don't want to rabbit hole too far. Maybe we'll do another episode in the future on this again. I think we have in the past. But there's the Impression of Increase from The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And he talks about the universal principle that it's okay to want more. The plants that are outside your house right now, they're alive. They always want more food and water and sunlight. Our two French bulldogs that are at home, every morning, guess what they want more? Food and belly rubs. And can you give him enough belly rubs?
No, I think Potato,
You
my
could
arm
belly rub
could
him all
fall
day.
off. And
Yeah. He just wants more. And there's nothing wrong with that. He deserves more if he wants it. And for us as individuals, if you want more right now, again, going back, if you had the best year ever, it's okay to give thanks for it and still want more.
Yeah.
If you had a challenging year,
In fact,
obviously.
we're giving you permission to want more.
Please want more, because honestly, if you want more and you start from inside, more of you, there is more to give. So it's not selfish. It's a universal principle. Every living organism on this planet wants more.
Or something.
And I become, what is it, an object of that?
Yeah.
Because I give more. I mean, every time I leave a tip, I give more. Every time I get a chance to serve and help somebody pro bono, I jump in because I want to give more. I want to give more. I want to give more because I understand this universe, everything wants more. And if I become a really good giver, then I get to be a really good receiver.
Yeah,
it's a universal law.
It is. It's a universal law. It's called a lot of different things. Yeah, the impression of increase, the giver's gain,
Karma.
BMI is, founded on that. We're not making this up. This isn't something new. This is something that it's a universal law that we all deserve to tap into.
And I've practiced it. And again, it's a practice. You have to practice every day. But I've practiced it more intentionally for the last couple of years. And when I give more and give gratitude every day, I get more.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
And it's something as simple as every interaction that I have with another person, I want to leave them better than
a
before.
smile,
Yeah.
a compliment, just listening, holding space.
Raising their energy, raising their vibration, whatever it is. Like every phone call I get off of, I never am like, man, I made their day horrible. I'm like, I gave them a better, they're better off now than they were prior to our phone call, prior to our
and
that text,
again,
whatever it is.
we're not naive to the fact that in wanting more and doing all these things, you're still going to have challenges. It's life. Life is full of challenges, but this mindset helps you when the challenges come, be stronger and better and more able to handle them. That's all it is. Like if life is an obstacle course, it's going to throw you a new obstacle every once in a while out of your control. And we've both dealt with a lot up till now. In my past, I wasn't always the best. I'm getting better and better when the obstacles come. I've using the tools we've just talked about to, this is hard for a minute. I'm going to lean in. I'm going to hold my mind on what I really want. I'm going to give gratitude for what is. I'm going to grow from this experience. And literally, one of my mantras is enjoy the ride. And as you set the intention for the best version of you, for the best year ever, also set the intention to enjoy the ride. It might go really good for a while. It might start out I don't know. It is what it is. But if you enjoy the process of becoming the best version of you, if you enjoy the process of building your best life, that's truly what enjoy the ride is all about. So,
well, the most successful and wealthiest people in this world have gone through the biggest challenges or bigger challenges than I can even imagine sometimes, right? And so when challenges do show up, I'm like, thank you for this.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful I get to grow and be stronger. And what's on the other side of this, I can't wait to see.
Yeah. And again, it's a mindset. It's a set point.
It is.
All right. Anything else? I think this is a great episode. Hopefully you're listening and you're inspired. I know for both of us, we are in the process still of raising our mindset, thinking what's possible. Our goal is big enough that for me, the goal hasn't changed. Still impacting millions of people globally, $1 billion impact revenue. I want to go my clients. It's not about me anymore. It's about my clients and about the impact we're having. Because if I serve, money's going to take care of itself. I know that.
Well, and if you are, this is really speaking to you. Sean and I, our niche is the home improvement industry, but with our program, the Inner Blueprint, we have consultants outside of this industry now. So if
starting this year,
yes.
2026 is the year, we've got a couple lined up, and they are hopefully kicking off their first. We're recording this ahead of time, but they should be kicking off their first groups this week, which I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So if you're not in the home improvement industry, still reach out to us.
We have other coaches now.
Yeah, we'll put you in contact with killer coaches to really take your life to the next level, to make 2026 the year of you, the best year you've ever lived. And this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Oh my gosh, Caitlin, I'm so excited. How does it get better?
I can't wait to see.
Every day in every way, it just gets better and better. Is that a wrap? Okay, I love it. Thank you for listening. And again, if we've inspired you at all, if you know anybody that could use this energy, this information that we're sharing with you today, please, as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to our podcast, like this episode. And then our only ask is share it. Just share it.
Share it.
Hit the share button. Send it to a few people. Get us out there. Our big goal is to have global impact with our positivity, with our message, with Inner Blueprint. And if you can help us along the way, I just want to say thank you. And as always, thanks for listening. Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.